Hey everybody, welcome back to part 3 of session 85. The menagerie had to deal with being high and how to deal with faking the burial slash funeral, it's not burial, funeral ceremony for Jessica, as they were accompanied by well over 200 people at the end of it all. But they've made it back with Isos finding them amongst the crowd to the fish processing building where Barkchester lives, and they will be spending, it looks like, one more evening there. Uh, and that's basically where we're picking up. So, Isos will say, so, friends, we've managed to get a large portion of the uh, the trophies, the stash, whatever you want to call it, out. Um, we've secured them back in one of our locations, and going through it, it's quite the collection. There's We've had to get some of our more studious-minded individuals to kind of explain why some of these things would even be sought after. It seems to be used mostly in the trade for rare valuables and, well, creating medicines, potions, elixirs, as well as deriving enchantments. Some of the things here seem to, well, that we've gathered seem to be like base components for making certain magical items that may have been forgotten, or, well, maybe only a master smith might be able to really put together. So the value down there is immense.
Well, we also learned that your enemy here may also kind of be the same enemy that we're looking for here, or at least they're working together. As it seems that the vermin may be collecting within one of Zarya's buildings, I guess, for lack of a better word. I don't know, Dragnar, do you want to kind of explain how you found this out?
Yes, I used my ability to be able to communicate with animals to discern the location of what I believe is the entrance into that building we talked about before.
Hmm. Okay, the the one with no well, visible entrance, right?
Yes. And I'll tell them whatever side, north, south, east, or west, whatever it happened to
Sure.
be. And I'll say the second stack of crates from the north corner or northeast corner, whatever it is. I believe the entrance is under or behind that.
Very well. That's good to know. Uh, do you have plans to go there, or how are we to assist? I guess I should ask.
I think that's where we're at now. We're trying to figure out what our next plan of action will be, either to draw Zarya out using what you had said, or going into the building and see what we find.
No,
Yeah,
there's,
when I say that, I kind of look around at everybody in the room.
and you'll see, there's advantages to both. You know, they might never expect anyone to actually go to their
Yeah, it's hard
turf,
to expect someone to get into a building you can't get into.
but of course it is there in their home field. So, and as I've mentioned, I believe, especially with those notes you showed me from that one assassin that you've spared, there seems to be tunnels and networks below Green Hill that, you know, myself, Seb, and his grot guard and others were not aware of. That might explain why there was always means for Zarya and her crew to be so elusive and evasive.
Adam, with my connections with Barchester, would I believe that if I found something that belonged to Zarya, that he could find her location even in the sewer?
There's a chance. You know that there's a chance. There's always going to be a chance for him to be able to do that. You don't know. He's an old boy, so you don't know how well he'll be able to fully perform, I guess you would say, in the in tracking. But there's a chance.
Okay. I'll ask Esos, do you happen to have any other bloodhounds? And I kind of point to Barchester, something like this.
Afraid not. I mean, handsome old guy, but why?
Kind of, he has an incredible sense of smell, and with my ability, I can kind of direct the way that he goes. I just, I kind of was lean in like I don't want Barchester to understand to hear me. He's getting old.
He just kind of nods. Yes. Lots of grays. Usually a sign. Um, but no, unfortunately, nothing of his ilk or that I have at disposal to.
I guess.
So I should ask.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So he's like, so what do you think we're going to do? Because we could very well stage the burning, but I don't know. It might not be worth bringing out hostilities on the surface with all the activity that's been currently happening. I mean, I have ears out, and there's mixed messages over hags. Rumors of the hags attacking Jessica are being, well, not washed out, but being countered with other rumors that it was just some wild vigilante or some accident. So it's hard to get good messaging across in this city right now. And unfortunately for my folk, the east is pretty much shut off. So I don't
That
know what's going on.
that's what I was just going to say. Davis, didn't you have a conversation concerning the people being concerned with the red folk and the east?
Yeah.
That seems to be a clear line, and it could draw Zarya or the hags out, and we know it has to be done. So that may be the way we need to go.
Yeah, no, they definitely are concerned for sure about what's going on over there, which I don't think we fully understand exactly what's going on over there.
I don't think anyone really understands it. It's it's odd.
As much as I would like to see Zarya's head on a platter, I think our best bet right now, especially with the course of action and to build momentum with the people, the populace of Green Hill, is to take care of either the red or the east or both.
Well, I don't know if this is the case, but if the red is a threat to whatever plans are here for our city, would it be advantageous to just see how it plays out a little more? Because if the East and the Red have to deal with one another, perhaps it's an opportunity. Just
Do we have that time? I mean, I will say, not that I necessarily believe her, but one of the hags that we've tussled with seems to think that we're already too late. But you know, she could be full of shit. But time may not be on our side. I don't know.
well, I do have one other item of concern. Time obviously being an issue, but with some of the trophies that we were able to gather, it does seem that Zarya has learned to utilize some of the properties, such as that toxin, that venom that she coated her followers' weapons with. And, you know, Buckley is struggling, but perhaps if we're able to find that source, we could make it so that her lackeys are not as dangerous as they tend to be. Just
I mean,
again, just throwing it out there. It's difficult with the time.
the assassin did tell us what it was. It was Manticore and Ankeg, I think.
Yes, and
Mm.
I'm working on a anti venom now. I have the supply.
Okay, I trust you. It's whatever you decide. We're here to assist as best we can. But I will say I am curious into what is in that tower.
Yeah, same. And the Reds, like we don't. It seems like there's some external thing influencing them, right? Like that red mist or something. And if we can take care of that, we can solve that pretty easily. But they're they're not like actively trying to tear down Greenhill. I don't think they're just acting insane, right? Like, which is a menace for sure, but it's not like undermining anything we're doing, and they're not actively trying to hurt us. Whereas, you know, Zarya and the Hags, I think, both have it in for us.
Well, as far as what we've gathered about the red, there hasn't been another mist cloud or anything. This is just one event that seemed to have, well, affected those that gathered that day. Looks like most of them are being contained up north of the city, and they're at odds and clashing with, well, some of the faithful, and it seems like the ogres and the giants are essentially at not at war. I don't know how to explain it. At battling them off, keeping them contained from spreading. But who knows how long that will last.
Well, I guess my vote is we go in the tower.
That would be my vote as well. Team.
Look at the Crash Menagerie and
So by tower, we mean Zarya's place, just so y'all know.
have they all been killed by assassins?
Apparently.
Apparently,
Did
I mean,
somebody cast
apparently we have to
silence?
re-roll a lot of characters because everyone's just being quiet.
There's a
Damn it,
magic
Rock! Stop
spell.
with the silent spells.
What
I
was that?
think. Oh, I was joking with the silent spell thing. I think Karos would think about it for a bit because, like somebody brought up earlier, you know, sure 6 hags have been defeated thus far, but we've only met the one of this current group, and while I wouldn't be surprised if a hag would bluff and bolster about her being more powerful or smarter or keener than the others that had failed thus far, there's a chance that she could be telling the truth in that regard. So if we could get to Zarya while the hags aren't around, it would probably be our best bet. But if we happen to get caught in enemy territory against all of them at once and all of our little henchmen as well, that could be a pretty dangerous scenario, especially if it's underground as well. We
So
just
what you're
need to be.
saying is your vote is.
I would say,
Karos is a politician.
yes. I have no strong feelings one way or the other. No, I think he would probably ask Essos if he thought that we should try the suggestion I made to him, trying to drop some hints in the seedy world of like this big hall that they found, and to stick it to whoever they're gonna torch the stockpile, even though they've cataloged it and kind of got it under wraps somewhere. If that could be our chance to draw her out, or if she would maybe be the evil villain type that just throws henchmen at her problems. Like, is it worth? I don't know enough about this Zarya character to know if we could really rile her up enough to bring her out in the open herself, even if it is with a small army of henchmen, or well, yes, but that's kind of his thing. He would be trying to. He's not against going after her or the hags because he sees them both as pieces to the problem in the city. He's just thinking more of, do we think we could bring her out rather than mount a full-on assault into her territory.
It's difficult to know with Zarya because, well, we've dealt with her directly some, especially when she was initially working her way into the graces of Parley and the underground. But she's relentless and she's prideful. It's two qualities that she has. Makes it difficult to
Karos
know how
added
to
a
really react.
tactician.
I don't know. I see it as an opportunity, especially, but I cannot ask you guys to do anything. We're all working together in our own ways.
He'll
Well,
nod.
I for one vote for action. Must at least do something. I don't mind that we might come in contact with everybody, but I we just need to do something.
I'm all right with what Rock says. We can send in, things to search around, kind of use the hag's MO of using rats and other things to spy on people. Davis could always use his little ability to go to the other place, whatever that is.
It only lasts a minute.
Just try harder.
What only like
And add a character. It's not. I don't actually control it anymore. Like we kind of changed it.
Yeah, Drake don't know that.
Well, I'm presumably. So I guess I can explain it here now. Well, so actually, are we retconning it, Adam? Like, did I just never really have control over it? It just happened to work out however I wanted to in the past, or did
I
something
mean, it
actually
it
physically
just needed to
change?
be. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It just needed to be tweaked. It needed to be balanced because it was broken. So
Right. Okay. So yeah, I'll be like, yeah, and it's I may it's I don't exactly control it now, so I may end up not in the right place at the right time. So I don't think it's that good of an option. Sorry.
Hmm.
I'm just throwing out ideas. We definitely could send in animals. I don't have to send in the dog. I can, get a cat or a lizard or whatever.
I think if we are to storm her tower, information will be one of our greatest assets.
Yeah.
Ensuring that she at least is there. If the hags show up, we can call an audible, but I'd hate for us to play our hand that we know where she is and that we're coming after her and she's somewhere else.
It would also give me time to brew the potions for the anti venom and also the hag's bane.
How much time do you need?
Well, as of right now, it looks like about 5 hours per potion. I know Karos is seemingly seems pretty well, but Sedge still needs a little more help. And I definitely don't want to go in if we're not at our full potential.
Speaking of that, I think we should discuss amongst each other what to do about those creatures that hag in the future. It seems like if we're up close and personal in her face, fighting back against those creatures, that's when this affliction kind of takes hold.
I can always try to modify the potion, but we wouldn't know until someone got affected.
I
Practically speaking, uh, kind of pointing to Sedge, I think his solution was a good, you know,
Mine?
indicator of what works good.
True.
The incineration from at least slightly afar. I don't even know. Maybe even this is just him thinking out loud, but could be that you attack them and we were far enough away that we weren't afflicted by more of them, or possibly that you're either you're the type of magic, the incineration that you kind of did, maybe that burned it away. It's hard to tell. It was moving quite fast.
Adam, would I know because I being a dwarf and the poison that what they're doing is disease?
you would know just from actually the way that you've been working on your potions. It seems to be more, yeah, of like not a toxin or poison. It just seems to be, yeah.
Okay, so I will
You,
let the group
I'm not gonna
know.
make you roll. You'll know it's a disease.
I'll let the group know, it's not really a toxin or poison. It's more of the category of disease. Now, I'm not very fluent with magic, but I know that there are certain magics out there that help protect against poisons and toxins. I'm assuming there's one for disease, but I'll leave that up to the casters.
I'm good. I don't need any of that. This I'll hold up the heartstone like seems to protect me from it, because I did get hit by the hag stuff and it just didn't seem to take hold in me.
Or are we just going to level the building like the other guy said?
I'd rather not have to level a building if I don't have to, but whatever to make this happen faster for Greenhill.
So, does anyone have any kind of disease protection magic?
I mean, other than the one that I just said.
Yeah, I'm talking about like a spell.
We need a paladin.
Oh, there are some magics that y'all can use. Some that either help you against the initial effect, or some that help you, well, get rid of it. Yeah.
You do have a cure, or oh well, no, you don't. Nope,
He
or he does
doesn't. He's
not
only
have it.
level 1.
That's right. Yep, you don't get that level spell.
We
Yeah.
could also, again, not to stretch out, I think that moving soon and not wait, obviously we want to prepare. I think that the potions are a good idea, even if they can't be used right then and there. If we do have to retreat or we survive but wounded, it's good to know that we'll have what we need to recuperate. But if we could get a little information, one, if we go to the tower, if we know she's there, and find out if the buildings surrounding her are also in her control. It's a little less tragic if there's property damage from a burning or falling tower, if we know that they're in her employ as well. Not to say there couldn't be people who aren't a member of her group just working there, but if something to think about to know how much collateral damage we truly need to worry about.
She's bound to be followed by some of her, or at least surrounded by some of her familiars, right?
Probably. Seems like she can just. Oh, yeah, probably.
We have to assume the worst, that all three sisters and Zarya are potentially in that tower, because that seems like the central point everybody is moving to.
Uh, hey Adam, when do I roll for uh saving against this disease?
Every morning. Or every morning.
Do I get another roll since it's been a whole other day?
It hasn't been a whole other day. You got it
Oh,
in
I
the
thought it
morning
has. My bad.
today. No.
I mean, we're at
Because
the end of this day.
Y'all like to slow play. So it's like
got you. I thought it's been a whole
Mhm.
day. Wow. Okay.
You've basically gone through an entire day, but you haven't
Yeah.
ticked over to the next.
got
Yeah.
you. Got you. Got you. Got you.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I might be able to rest this off. I'm nowhere near my tether, so I'm feeling almost there, if I were to say.
Well, I guess my thing is, because I have work I really need to do. Are we going to do anything tonight or tomorrow, or I can go start work on at least the potion for Sej and then other things as well?
I don't think we're doing anything tonight.
Well,
Okay.
Karos will say, well, if nothing tonight, we can prepare some of the crates and boxes and maybe try to lure her attention. But I would agree that whatever the decision is, one, let me know what your decision is, and two, if this is the direction we're going, tomorrow morning would be the best to at least get the ball rolling in some direction.
What's the time, Adam?
Uh, well, it's probably about 8 o'clock in the evening at this point.
So I effectively would probably have enough time to do one potion and then get 6 hours of rest.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, I'm gonna start working on Sej's potion.
Okay. So Menagerie, is this the consensus then? Are we?
Yeah, I think we scout with animals, and if and go off of that. Basically, if it looks like opportunity is ripe for action there, that right then and there we go. If we
Go
need
go
to plan,
gadget Pebble.
yeah,
Very well. I will post. So I'll have a rotating post of some men around that area. We'll keep to the rooftops and shadows, and if anything comes up, we'll let you know.
very well.
We'll set up a
Are you gonna be
a
doing anything with
display.
the trio? Oh, okay. So go ahead.
We'll set up a display. See if we can get her attention. Maybe try to sell some of them
Interesting.
objects, draw her out. knowingly.
Just keep us in the loop as to where that's going on so that we can, if we need to join in, we can join in.
Within reasonable distance of the tower.
Fair enough.
It's, maybe if we start drawing some of her forces or herself out, we'll have visual of it.
Good thinking.
Keep some random junk in there. If there's any sort of information leak in your organization, or if the leaks you put out that you're doing this are very effective and they try to take the boxes before you get to the point, having something in there, unless of course Zarya herself starts looking through them, I'd imagine they'd only pop one or two open to see if they were filled with things and bring it back to her, just so they don't get the tip off too easily. I'm not sure if she keeps her treasures close to her heart, but I can't imagine her everyday grunts know the personal collection she keeps in great detail.
I think maybe only some of their, with what was there, I would imagine only some of their closest, most trusted individuals would know.
Yeah.
Since, well, there were some oddities and some rarities for sure.
I like it.
Can, just for the sake of it, can one of y'all roll me a d20? I want to see if, depending on how you roll, I might have a suggestion from Isos. Just for fun.
Random.
Yeah.
There you
Okay, 13. Both on the higher side of 10. Okay. Isos will say, when you're saying like putting random stuff in there, he'll say, well, I've heard tales of infiltration from the inside. I mean, some of the crates and the boxes are large. We could, I don't know, set up a trap or hide. I don't know. It sounds silly to say, but perhaps we could hide people in the crates themselves. Get in that way.
Esos,
Oh,
did you
have it
happen?
captured.
Esos, did you happen to find another way into that area, or was it just through the water?
Oh, it seems like the water is the way in, and the well is actually, well, it's built under the well, so it's almost like a false bottom well. It's very interesting, but it was completely isolated from what we could tell. We hadn't found any entrances or other exits.
Well, you could always spread rumors of someone finding something at the bottom of the well and see if that brings her out or her goons as well.
That works very well. Let's see what Rock says.
go. Fucking pimping out the man. Ran down.
Yeah. Okay, so very well. We shall spread word that someone has stumbled upon something beneath the well and see if it draws out any of her. Well, draws her out or something. All right. So, anyone have any questions or concerns or anything like that? Or just stopping us from doing their front door, yelling
He's
really
joking.
loud. Hey, sorry. Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Uh,
So I guess it's go
I
ahead,
got
Al.
one real quick.
Yeah.
So I think it was the previous night. Um, Rock was in a corner with the dead guy in the Manticore pelt? Or was that 2 nights ago?
2 nights ago.
2 nights ago. Okay.
2 nights ago.
In that
Actually,
corner,
reminds
maybe 3 feet up in the air, there's
have
a
to move
blip in time
calendar.
space. and
Okay.
Billy falls out of it.
God.
What?
Ah,
There's a familiar residue, kind of orange flames. They're kind of take on a molten shape. Flickers of pink and purple, but then it kind of dissipates really quickly. And if nothing's in that same spot, yeah, Billy will fall, hopefully to his feet, and not face first. He'll say,
you. Mhm.
"Oh,
Go ahead.
finally!" Um, Immediately shift back to Al. I was waiting for y'all. Shit, I must have miscommunicated. Sorry about that. So we going tonight, tomorrow, now, later?
Well, it's good to see you, Al, in one piece. I was worried, hence they wouldn't tell. I didn't pry, but good to see you, Al.
Eh,
I
good to see you too.
believe your friends decided to wait the evening and see if we can lure someone out of her hiding hole.
Ah,
Well, very
indeed.
well. Um, is there anything else you need from me, Menagerie?
Don't think so.
Be ready.
Happy
I think
hunting.
that's it.
Anything
Right.
happens before tomorrow, you know where to find us. Things change if
Indeed.
something looks weird.
And Istos, do remember that if you ever need help yourself, you could always help. Let us know. We can help you. It's a two-way street. You helped us a lot.
Me helping you helps myself, so we're fine. But
I
I'll
can
remember that
envision
session.
that, but just yeah, in whatever you call a safe pocket, just keep that in mind.
Indeed. Thank you. All right. Well, good night, Menagerie. I will have eyes and ears out on the tower, sending information into the streets, and I believe I will start spreading the rumor that there was a discovery at the well.
Sounds good.
Okay. Rest well.
I'll certainly try.
Okay. So, stop covering Al up. He's back, Dregnar. You jerk.
Mostly dead.
Not to mention I can move Ragnar.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, right. I forgot. People have that. I have to
Nope,
fix
nope, nope,
that.
no you don't.
Yeah. Actually, I don't even know I can. I don't think I can actually fix it on that Pog. I'd have
Oh
to go to his
no.
character
Oh,
sheet.
I'm
I'll do
dead.
that.
Oh, rip.
Oh, it was
Guys,
Camilla.
don't kill him. I don't want him to be an artificer. Don't kill him.
Is that what the next character is gonna be?
I don't know. I'm just randomly
I mean, he's gonna be an
throwing
elf rogue.
something
You know
out
he's gonna be
there.
an elf rogue. So.
Rogue,
Elf,
rogue,
yeah,
rogue.
Elf Rogue. Actually, what I thought about doing if he does die, I thought about bringing Bezo in.
That Bezo would be dope.
He's just a
Jeffrey
goblin, I
Bezos?
think, right?
Yeah, he's a Goblin Rogue.
Bezo was, yeah, Goblin Assassin that he made.
Mm.
It's just a fun little. He did it in like a two-shot, like a holiday game that we
It
did.
was a level 21.
Level 20. Yeah. Okay, so throughout the course of the night, I just need to know what everyone is going to be doing. Dragnar's making potions, so go ahead and roll me a potion thingy, Dragnar.
Any bonuses? Oh, I got
Uh,
advantage now.
Advantage, wisdom, making your potion. And we'll probably end up calling it an evening because it'll be 1 o'clock here. Let CJ get some sleep and
Yeah.
I'll
Sure.
say that Karos offers to be the last watch because he's gonna cook breakfast this time because he's not feeling that
That makes sense.
weird soup anymore.
Well, time is
Okay.
Don't
a
worry,
relative.
I'll take care of it.
It requires attunement, I think. Does the ladle?
Oh, he's not gonna use the ladle. He's gonna just make regular breakfast.
Oh, that's boring.
wait, why?
I'm making
1 sec.
breakfast
Why'd you?
because the first one was wrong. It added both of them together. then
Yeah, but
added
we're
the-
still gonna take the 11.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
that's
it'd be
fine.
11, 13 total. So nope, you have no success this evening making the potion. Something's off. The measurements or the attempts to brew it don't coalesce into a suitable product, unfortunately.
Can I put placebo effect?
Sure.
No,
Yeah.
I won't do
You-
that because I know it's messed up.
A few drops of placebo.
I feel like I healed 40 HP. I'm powerful.
Yeah. No, unfortunately, not. 13 isn't enough. So
And then I will start. resting.
unfortunately, this. Gotcha. All right. I guess yeah. Unless if there's anything really specific in the night, we'll just I guess so. Karos would be last watch with Sej because Sej likes to read the sun as always.
I'm mourning as well because I did the stew.
I think Carlos said,
okay.
no, fuck you. He's
Yep.
not eating your
I
stew.
don't give a shit. I'm still
Yeah.
making stew.
We get double breakfast.
Okay. So anyone staying up by themselves at one point?
I mean, we got 3 people at the tail end of it, so somebody's got to stay up
Yeah.
at one shift
Or
by
you guys
themselves.
can just trust yourself. No, I don't know.
Hell no. I mean, I don't mind going solo middle if somebody.
Okay.
I'll start it if there's nobody on first watch yet.
Okay. So Rock, are you first watch or second watch? What would you like? Okay, Al plus Rock, Davis, Cedric, Karos. Okay. And we'll pick up from there, I guess, right? Unless if there's anything else. Anyone have?
I think that's about it.
5, 4, 3,
Going
2,
once.
1. All right, guys.
1.5.
Thank
Can
you
I,
for
no,
joining
I'm
this
just kidding.
evening.
Nope.
Get some rest, Rock. Feel better and
Yeah, good
stay
night,
away from
Rock.
children.
Those disgusting children, bacteria carrying things.
Always having to
Children
figure out
are
the
the
notes is
plague of humanity.